JP, 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 the JP, 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 the JP, JP, the JP show. For my fellas, yo, the ladies hit me up. The ladies came through. The ladies say, yo, you talk about us all the time. You talk about how we don't do this and we don't do that. But what about the fellas? We got to complain about the fellas. For my fellas, the ladies is basically telling me to tell y'all that y'all need to get a personality and you guys don't have no conversation. And some of you guys have no teeth. For the fellas, for my fellas, you have no personality, no conversation, and no teeth. Now, I want to give a big shout out to my homegirl Francis. She came through and let me know a lot of brothers out here ain't got no teeth. Real talk. And, you know what I'm saying, I've seen them too. I see them out there. And I do see a lot of brothers. First of all, let me get into the teeth situation. I see a lot of brothers out here in their 40s. And y'all may be laughing or whatever and thinking this is funny or whatever the case is. But this is real talk. And this is really not funny. And I'm really being straight up and down. So I see a lot of brothers out here, brothers 40s and 50 years old that don't have no teeth. This is real. And I know this sounds crazy or whatever, but this is real. I see a lot of guys out here, 40s and 50-year-old, that don't have no teeth or whatever the case is. I don't know how you get to 40, 45, 50, 55 with no teeth. But the simple situation is that, listen, you got to take care of yourself. You got to take care of your health. You have to, for the fellas. We shouldn't have to say this. The ladies shouldn't even have to come to me and say this. But it is what it is. And I'm here. I'm here now. It's the JP show and I'm here. And I'm here to do a job. And so listen, for the fellas, you got to take care of yourself. You have to. That means your hygienes and that means your teeth. That's all of that. Your teeth, your hygienes, everything that go with that. Even your genital area. Because I ain't going front. Listen, I got a lot of female friends. And even my female friends tell me that even your genital area be a bit on the musty side. So even that you got to take care of. But I'm not getting to that right now. Let's get into the teeth part. Because a lot of females is telling me that guys are missing teeth. Guys are out here with stinky breath. You know, they breath stink, bad breath. They got missing teeth. All this is gone or whatever. They grill is fucked up and all this type of stuff. Listen, you take, for the guys, for my fellas, you take a lot of time with boasting and bragging about this. You take a lot of time with cracking jokes about this guy and this female and that female. You take a lot of time out of your day, you know what I'm saying, doing stuff that don't really matter. How about you take some time out of your day to do something that matters? Do something that matters with your life. Like your teeth matters. You don't want to be standing out here, walking out here in the streets with stinky breath, with your teeth hanging out your mouth. I know a couple of people. I know a few people that got their teeth literally hanging out of their mouth. You don't want to do that. You don't want to be like that. Yo, for real, this is real talk. We got to do better. We have to do better for my men. This is for my men, not for the ladies. Because the one thing we know about the ladies, for the most part, they take care of themselves. For the most part. I have met some that was a little, but for the most part, we know the ladies take care of themselves. But for the fellas, and when this came to my attention, I had to sit back and I had to recognize and I had to say, you know what, you're right. You're right. A lot of guys is out here walking around with no teeth. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, yo, you got jobs. Y'all got jobs. Y'all working. Now, I don't know if y'all don't have insurance on your job. Now, that's the thing we need to talk about. Are you guys, you know, signing up when it's time every year? I know how it go. Listen, I'm retired, but I know how it go. Every year, you get to sign up for insurance or Aetna or whatever, whoever comes around, and you sign up every year for your insurance. Are you guys signing up? Listen, you listen to the JP show. I do my stats, right? For the ladies, I do my stats. YouTube gives you a stat. I got mostly men. I got women that follow and watch or whatever, but I got mostly men. For all the men, I know y'all men is watching because y'all respect me and I respect y'all. For all the men, are you signing up for insurance when it comes around once a year? You got to get your medical and your dental. Not just your medical, but your dental as well. Are you signing up for that? This is very important in life. Listen, a lot of times you're not really going to find a sophisticated, a real woman, a woman that's about her business when you got your teeth hanging out of your mouth. You're not going to find a real sophisticated, intelligent, smart, beautiful woman and your gums is hanging over your teeth and you talking like this right here because you can't really talk because you got the teeth hanging out, so you got to talk like this right here. And you got, yo, what's up, JP? Yo, I'm out here. Blah, blah, blah. Come on, God. No, that's not it. That's not it. That's not it for my fellas. That's not the way we're going to do this. This is 2022. And we're going to bring in 2022 the right way. So, JP, we're going to talk about all this other type of ratchet stuff. And we're going to get on the ladies and we're going to get on the fellas and all this type of stuff. But what we're going to do is we're going to start bringing the year in on the right way. And having your medical, you know what I'm saying, is very important. And having your dental. Listen, I just went to the doctor this morning. Let me take off my shades because it's getting real. I just went to the doctor this morning, right? I had an infusion. The doctor's taking me off one medication, put me on another medication. This is real talk, and we about to get into it. Taking me off one medication and put me on another medication. This other medication, I got to do it through an IV. It's an infusion. So I had to go to the hospital today, and I had to go in or whatever at 8:30 this morning. They had to give me the medication through an IV. You know what I'm saying? That's mean through my veins or whatever. If I didn't have insurance, come on, son. I'm speaking to you real life. If I didn't have insurance, this is for my men. This is for my men. If I didn't have insurance, do you think that the hospital is just going to inject me with the medication? Knowing that the hospital is about capital, knowing that the hospital is about money, they trying to generate money or whatever. You don't just go to the hospital and they just treat you and you leave and you nothing. No. It's about capital and money, insurance companies, and all this type of stuff. So you think that if I didn't have insurance, I could just go to the hospital and get this IV infusion, this medication up into my vein and just walk out of the hospital with nothing? No, I had to have insurance. I needed medical insurance. I need dental insurance. Every year I got to go to the dentist to make sure everything is right with my teeth or whatever the case is. And the same thing with the medical. For the men. For the men, you need medical insurance. You got to go every year. Even if twice a year, you need to go see the doctor. Every 6 months. Very important. Because listen, the doctor, you go every 6 months, you get a blood test and a urine test. The doctor can catch it early. Whatever it is, if it's anything. But if it is something, the doctor can catch it early. If you go every 6 months, twice a year. Dental, same thing. Or once a year, twice a year, whatever the case is. Dental, the same thing. But we gotta start making sense of the things that make sense in our lives and our health. Our medical and our dental make sense in our lives because we want to be around to see our daughters and our sons grow up and go to high school, go to college, get married and all this type of stuff and grow into young adults and do their thing. We want to be here to see that. In order for us to be here to see that, medical and dental matters. Now, the question I have for my men, when was the last time you signed up for your medical and your dental at your job? And don't lie to me, because I see a lot of your teeth hanging out your mouth. So don't lie to me. When was the last time you signed up for the medical and the dental? Leave your comments. This is the JP Show. We here. We back, baby. This is the JP Show. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to the JP Show. I'm back, baby. I'm back. And I'm back with a bang. You know what I mean? So, we got a very, very good show for you today. I know I brought the show in with a bang, baby. But it is what it is. And we got to talk about these issues or whatever that's going on in our neighborhood. And listen, I get a lot of flack. Let me tell you something real. I get a lot of flack from my ladies or whatever because they like, I had this one lady I was talking to or whatever. And she was like, she watched the JP Show. I don't know what episode she watched or whatever. but she watched the JP show, and she was like, after she watched the JP show, she was like, Mr. J, now she called me Mr. Mr. JP, Mr. JP, listen, I watched the show, and you know, you seem like you're happy with what you're doing, and you know, I appreciate a man that's happy with what he's doing, and but Mr. JP, I don't think we can be friends no more. And I'm like, yo, what's really good? Like, why you saying that? And she's like, I watched the show, and you know, I wasn't really too happy with what I was hearing about how you was talking about ladies and all this type of stuff. So, Mr. JP, I'm not sure if I want to be around you, if I want to talk to you or whatever, because you seem like you got an issue with women. And I'm like, listen, first of all, I got to tell them, women been giving me a lot of flack. I'm not even going to lie. I have to tell her, like, listen, the show is for entertainment purposes only. Just like you watching Love and Hip Hop, and you may go take your kids or whatever to a movie, and you may watch a movie, and you see all these guns blazing or whatever. You know that's not reality. That's just what it is on TV. And I'm not saying that this is fake or whatever, but what I'm saying is that, you know, some of the antics or whatever is just entertainment. And even me for having to come on here and say this type of stuff is really kind of like crazy. But for the ladies, this is for the ladies, the show is entertainment. A lot of this stuff I'm saying is real, but a lot of stuff is general as well. So if it doesn't apply to you, then it doesn't apply to you. Just enjoy the show. You know what I'm saying? But don't look at it. You know what the problem is? I'm going to tell y'all what the problem is. The problem is that a lot of women watch the show and they direct everything towards me. So, JP, you feel like that? You think like that? That's how you talk to women, whatever? And I'm not saying that, yes, this is the JP show, but this is a show. This show is about what ladies, just like I opened the show and I said to the fellas, the ladies is telling me this. This show is about what the ladies is saying, generally what the ladies is coming to me and saying, and this show is about generally what the men is coming to me and saying. This is the JP show, but these are not all my thoughts and all my views. This is what the ladies is saying, and this is what the men is saying. And we want to combine these two and bring these two together so we can have conversation. You know what I'm saying? We can have, because what's happening is that the women are talking to the women about whatever that's going on with their man or whatever guy they looking to date or whatever. And the men are talking to the men. And in order for us to really get an understanding, because I'm going to be honest with you, women don't really know men. And men damn sure enough don't know women. And that's a fact. Every man out here in this world be like, yo, I don't understand them. You know what I'm saying? So women don't know men. And men don't know women. And the reason why we don't know each other is because women are talking to women, and men are talking to men. And don't think that men don't gossip, because they do. They're the biggest gossipers I ever seen in my whole life. So men are talking to men, and they're not talking to each other. The one thing I want to tell y'all too is that when I do the JP show, I'm going to tell y'all something. The women, some of the women, they have a problem because, you know, some of the women, they don't like, you know, they've been talking about men for so long. Listen, since I've been alive, since I could remember, I remember women talking trash about men, but men never said nothing. Respect, and I love it. Men never said nothing. Men took it on the chin like men always take it on the chin. Men never said nothing for years. So now, men are starting to say, you know what? Enough is enough. We've had enough, okay? You know what I'm saying? So with the whole Me Too movement and all this stuff, and women are looking innocent, you know what I'm saying? So the men are saying we had enough. We're ready to talk now. So now comes the JP show, and the JP show is highlighting some of the things that women do and things like that. And women seem like they can't take it. They can handle dishing it out. And you know that's how women are. Women can dish it out. But when it's time to take it, recently I had a woman, she came at me. She said some stuff to me. Oh, JP, this, oh, you do this, and you know, everything is on your time. Blah, blah, blah. But then I hit her. I threw something at her like, oh, yeah? Everything's on my time. So what about this? And I threw something, not throw, but I just said something to her, you know what I'm saying, to make her think like, your shit ain't sweet either. You know what I'm saying? And she sat back and she was like, I could see like her face and her emotions on her face, like she just dropped. It just dropped. All that, oh, JP, when I said what I said, it just dropped. So they could dish it out, but they can't take it. You know what I'm saying? But when I talk to the men, I just got on the men about medical and dental. When I talk to the men, yo, literally, we sit down. That's what I love about the men. Because the men don't take nothing personal. They watch the show. They love the show. And when I see the men in real life, we sit down and we talk about what I said on the show. We be like, yo, JP, we gotta talk. We need to talk. And we sit down like, it'd be like 10 men. No lie. I promise you, I'm not lying. It'd be like 5, 10 men. And we all be sitting down in the huddle. And we be talking about these things that we talk about the show. And they be telling me, well, JP, you need to tell the women this and this and this and that. But the women, I might get a woman here. I might get a woman there, you know, I might get a text here, a DM here, whatever, telling me, oh, JP, this and this and that. But it's not like the men. Like the men, we literally sit down and we talk about it. The women, nah, they rather get upset and get offended, and you know what I'm saying. And I think a lot of times they be getting offended because it's true. The stuff I be saying is true. And the guys, even the guys, when I be coming through with the, you know, with everything I be saying, the guys be saying, yo, it's true, but we want to say this too. You know, you ain't talk about this right here, JP, so we want to say this. But what you're saying is true, JP. We do got to get dental, and we do got to get medical, and we got to do better. We got to do better with our health and everything like that. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it is. Yo, you know what it is. It's the JP show. You know, I might talk about the women, I might talk about the men, but I come with real topics. You know what I'm saying? Real everyday topics. So let's see what else we got on here. Let's see what else I want to, if anything else I want to get off my chest, because I'm getting it off today. You know what I mean? No personality for the men, no conversation. For the men, it's really good that, I'm going to say something real quick for the men. It's really good that you kind of like read books, you study, even if, you know, I know a lot of men, and I'm not trying to be funny or whatever, but I know a lot of men that didn't graduate high school or whatever, but are very intelligent. So for the men, and even if you did graduate high school and went to college or whatever, it's still good to kind of be worldly. Because what happens, men, is that you wanna be able to talk about a lot of different things. So wherever you go, if you in the hood, you want to be able to talk about hood politics and sports or whatever the case is. If you on Wall Street, you want to be able to talk about finances or whatever. If you want in the doctor's office, you want to be able to talk about, you know, health and wellness or whatever the case is. If you're in Europe, you want to be able to talk about, you know, whatever's going on in Europe and Europe politics and all this different. So it's good for the fellas, it's good to be worldly. To read a lot, to watch a lot of documentaries, to do a lot of studying and stuff like that, because that adds to the conversation. A lot of women are saying that you guys have no personality, have no sense of humor, and you guys have no conversation. So let's be able to kind of like switch that up and change that up. You know what I'm saying? I will say for the women, I'm not trying to get at y'all, but I will say that some of y'all actually, the same thing goes for y'all. Y'all don't have no personality. I've met a lot of women that didn't have no personality and would hit me with one word conversation. So if I have a conversation with them, they'll come back like yes, no, yeah. You know, women are good for that, for them fellas, right? Women are really good for that. Yes, no, yes, well, like maybe, like no real. They the ones sometimes to me that don't be having a conversation. But the women did come to me and tell me that guys don't know how to speak, don't have real conversations, don't know how to talk about, all they would think about is vagina. You know what I'm saying? Which, vagina is not a bad topic. I just want to say this. Listen, ladies, I just want to say this. Vagina is not a bad topic, but I understand you want to be able to talk about multiple things. And the one thing about with women is that women are stimulated by conversations. You know what I'm saying? So for the men, real conversations, any conversation or whatever, they get stimulated by. So they'll take you serious just on the conversation. You know what I mean? But vagina is not a bad conversation. So a lot of men, they don't know about vagina. You know what I'm saying? Particularly, they don't really know fully about a vagina. You know, they just know that they like it and they want to have sex with it or whatever, intercourse with it, but they don't really know like the full ins and outs. So actually, women, you will be having a conversation about vagina would be a good conversation. Now, it just depends on what the conversation entails. If they talking about, really humping the vagina or something like that, then okay. But even for the ladies, having a conversation about a penis is not a bad conversation if you're talking to a guy. You know what I'm saying? Listen, for the ladies, you're not tricking me. This is real. I'm gonna keep it a buck. For the ladies, you are not tricking me. Okay? You sit around here and you talk about, I'm looking for this and I'm looking for that or whatever, but don't act like dick is not on your mind. And I'm just going to keep it funky and keep it straight up. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm tired of women acting like it's all about they want this man and this man got to be perfect and he needs to do all these different type of things. But he's not thinking about vagina? Yes, he's a man that's going to think about vagina freaking 99% of the time out of his day. He's thinking about vagina. He's thinking about some woman. And that's a beautiful thing, to be honest. I would love to think about a woman. I think about women all the time, too. That's all I think about because I love them. But for the women, don't play me. That's the one thing I don't like about women. Don't play me because I'm not crazy. I know that you think about dick, too, all the time. All the time. So don't play around, all right? But for the men, work on your conversation piece, work on your teeth, and work on your personality. You know what we're going to do? Let's jump into read my profile, JP. Read my profile, JP. Read my profile. Yeah, let's go, baby. Read my profile. A lot of people been telling me, yo, JP, I like reading my profile. That's fire, D. No doubt. All right, so let's go, right? Oh, we got somebody here. 38 years old. This is a good profile, all right? 38 years old. She's from New York. I think she has one kid. I'm sorry. She's from New York, 38 years old, one kid. She says, I am a melanin, natural, single mom of 2 awesome sons. I am a Taurus woman. I am educated with a career in social service and an entrepreneur. I am smart, compassionate, loving, down-to-earth, fun, spiritual, nurturing, sexy, and classy. I am looking for a man who is a boss to match like me. A mature man with mutual values who is loyal, smart, fun, respectful, compassionate, protective, confident, caretaker, and who knows how to communicate inside and outside of the bedroom. You see how she said that, right? Inside. I just talk about women think about sex too a lot. She said inside and outside of the bedroom. So she wants you to be compassionate in the bedroom too. You know what I'm saying? So, but this is, come on, this is a 10. This is a 10 because in her profile, she basically breaks down who she is. I am a melanin, natural, single mom of 2 boys. So basically, if you want to be involved with me, I got 2 kids. You know what I'm saying? I am a Taurus woman. I am educated with a career in social service. She breaking down who she is and what she's about, where she's going and what she's doing. I am smart, compassionate, loving, down-to-earth, fun, spiritual, nurturing, sexy, and classy. I am looking for a man. Look, this is what I tell y'all. I am looking for a man who is a boss to match like me, a mature man with mutual values who is loyal, smart, fun, respectful, compassionate, protective, confident, caretaker, and who knows how to communicate inside and outside of the bed. That is if I could give that, that's what would be like a perfect score? Like, I know 100 would be like a perfect, but like it gotta be something beyond 100. Like that is like, because it breaks down everything and there's no nonsense in there. There's no bullshit in there. There's nothing in there about drugs, 420. There's nothing in there about, oh, you don't ask me for my number. There's nothing in there about, oh, if you fat, if you tall, if you this, if you, it's nothing in there about that. Everything in that profile is about, has meaning. It has meaning to it. So that profile gets a 10 out of 10. Respect to the young lady. I love your profile. Your language is beautiful. The way you talk is beautiful. The way you write was very beautiful, or whatever. Standard writing, very, very good. I mean, you could tell she's a very intelligent woman. You know what I'm saying? So big up to her. All right, so let's get into read my profile, JP, the bad version. And I want to say this too for the ladies. I've told y'all to send me profiles of guys, but you know, the ladies that watch, y'all don't send them. So, you know, I already told you, I'm not about to make a profile acting like I'm a female and I'm looking for a guy just to get a profile. I'm not about to do that. You know what I'm saying? Or I'm a gay guy, and I'm definitely not about to do that. So, if the ladies, if you want to send me some profiles, I'm gonna leave my Instagram on here, and you can DM me. Just screenshot the profile or whatever the case is, and send it to me, and I'll read it or whatever on the show. All right, for the men profile. All right, so let's get into the bad profile. Bad. It's all bad. All right, here we go. All right, so this lady is 21 years old, doesn't have any kids. I'm sorry if you can hear that. Somebody is ringing my doorbell, and I'm not sure why, because I don't have any company. 21 years old, is the Libra, and she says, I work at Amazon. I'm tired of saying it. Both, hold on for a second. I'm sorry. Give me 1 second. All right, guys, I'm sorry about that, but this is why I need an assistant, because the young lady's downstairs, and I guess she's on the first floor, and she's ringing my doorbell ridiculously, and I can't finish the show. And she's ringing my doorbell, and I go downstairs, and it's somebody from the first floor, and she's like, oh, I'm sorry, I was looking for, I thought I was ringing my doorbell. You was ruining my show. I'm like, I was in the middle of something, and this is why I need an assistant to handle that. I used to have, y'all remember from the beginning, I used to have a person, executive producing, but she left me. like all the women, she left me. She left me. And she don't even watch the show, so she ain't even gonna see what I just said. That's how bad she left me. All right, so let's get into the bad profile. She says, 21, Libra, I work at Amazon. I'm tired of saying it. Born and raised in Brooklyn, but I live in Jersey. Don't ask me if you ain't here to spend no money. Don't match me. All right, let me read that again. She says, I'm 21, I work at Amazon, and I'm tired of saying it. Born and raised in Brooklyn, but I live in Jersey. Don't ask me. If you ain't here to spend no cash, don't match me. This is so funny. That's what she said. So, I'm not sure, I'm not really sure. Of course, she gets a 0 because she's on a different type of time. I'm not really understanding, why is she so upset and why she's so angry or whatever. But she's on a different type of time. She's 21. So I'm going to cut her a break. Actually, I'm going to give her, since she's 21, I'm going to be nice. I'm going to give her a 2. But, a lot of times, we, even for 21-year-old, I can only speak for when I was 21. And I remember the women back then, they wasn't like this. And I keep talking about the women back in the day, but the women back in the day was not like this. You know what I'm saying? And so, I guess for her, because she's 21, she needs to grow. And they always say women are more mature than men. For me, sometimes I see it, sometimes I don't. A lot of times I don't see it because the same immaturity that women get with younger men, we also get with younger women. You know what I'm saying? Now, I don't know if a 21-year-old woman and a 20-year-old man is on the same level, if the woman is more mature than the guy at 21. But I could just speak for me now. If I was to date a 21-year-old woman, she would have somewhat of some immaturity problems, just like maybe a 21-year-old guy. You know what I'm saying? So, it's really difficult. I'm not going to go too hard on her because she's only 21, and I'm sure she's going to mature. Hopefully she matures into herself and learns the ins and outs and how to speak and how to talk and how to relate, like really what she's looking for. You know what I'm saying? If you're just looking for a sugar daddy, just say, listen, I'm here. Listen, I'm the type of person where I'm not going to tell you don't do this or don't do that. You know what I'm saying? If you're looking for a sugar daddy, you got to write in your profile, hey, I'm here, I'm looking for a sugar daddy. Just know if a man gives you money, he's looking for sex. And not just straight up. This is straight up. And I've had a lot of people that watch my show, a lot of women that watch my show and say, JP, I really love your show. Your show is like, it's like a dating manual or whatever, and you keep it real, and this is real. So if you're looking for a sugar daddy, if you're looking for a guy that got money and you're looking for him to pay you something or whatever the case is, then just know that he's going to be looking for sex. So money for sex, it goes hand in hand. So for all the ladies that think that they could just get money from guys and just walk away, that doesn't happen like that. It really doesn't. Just like for all the ladies that think that, there's this guy and, and we cool and I just go over his house and chill or whatever. Really? You just gonna go over his house and chill and he's not expecting nothing. This is my boy or whatever, or we're just dating or whatever. He's not expecting anything or whatever. Oh, really? So he just gonna allow a beautiful, nice, good-looking woman to come in his house and watch TV with him, and she's probably just hugged up on him or whatever, and he's just chilling, and nothing's going on. Right? Okay. There's a lot of women like that. I'm gonna tell you, for the ladies that know what it is, that know like if you go into a man's house, you know what it is. Like the man may make a run at you, and it's up to you to say, listen. I like where we're going or whatever, and I don't mind, having interactions with you. But right now, I just want to, put that on ice just for right now, whatever the case is. I'm not ready or whatever the case is. But if you going in thinking like he ain't got no freaking nothing going on in his mind to say like he's looking for, you're crazy. But for her, because she's 21, I'm going to give her a 2. Okay? So, let's get into my topics for today. So my topic for today is black women versus the field. All right, so black women versus the field. So what I mean by black men versus the field, I was going to name this topic black women versus white women, but I can't name it black women versus white women because white women, it's not just white women that's taking black men anymore. It's all types of women now. So Middle Eastern women, Asian women, white women, you know what I'm saying? Like Latin women, like all types of nationalities are coming at black men these days. So, but for my black women, listen, for my black women, this is what the men are saying. And the men are keeping it a buck. The men are saying to my black women, they don't want to date you. Period. They don't. I'm just being honest. And I know I'm saying this is not actually my thought process, but this is just general. The men are saying, and I've had difficulties with a lot of black women. Let me tell y'all something. I'm going to keep it real. I probably get nasty, bad, rude attitude from a black woman at least once a day. And I don't have any black women in my home. I could see if I had a black woman in my house that was giving me attitude or whatever, but I don't have any black women. I'm single and I live by myself. These are women that's outside that I gotta deal with. You know, if I go to the store, the grocery store, or whatever, these are supposed to be customer service type of women. Yesterday I went to McDonald's. The lady literally went off on me. Went off on me. She went off on, and listen, she went off on me so bad. This is a black woman. She went off on me so bad that I had to go on Google and leave her, and go to McDonald's and leave her a statement telling her. And then I read all the other comments, and it was like at least 10 to 20 comments in there talking about her. And I guess McDonald's ain't doing nothing about it because she's still at the window. But it was at least 10 to 20 comments talking about her at the window. So, and she gave me that same energy. Bad. I mean, she had a bad attitude. But for the women, the men are saying that they don't want to be with you. They don't want to. Actually, this is what they're saying. They want to be with you. They would love to be with a black woman, but they can't handle your nasty attitude, your bad attitude, your rudeness, your mood swings, your different personalities, and your bipolar disease. So this is what they can't deal with, the bipolar and all this other type of stuff that you go through. 1 minute you hot, the next minute you cold, 1 minute you up, the next minute you down, 1 minute you cool and you're happy, the next minute you're sad and you're angry. So for the ladies, if you're wondering why white women and Asian women and Latin women and Middle Eastern women and European women are taking your men or black men, it's because they're nice. Really? Really, that's what it comes down to. They're nice. You know what I'm saying? They're sweethearts. I used to date an Asian girl one time. The sweetest, my Lord, the sweetest woman you could ever meet in your whole entire life. I mean, this lady was a sweetheart. And so, very nice, beautiful girl. I mean, had a great personality, good head on her shoulders. And the one thing I respect about the black women is that they're on their grizzly, they're doing their thing, they're corporate, they're working, you know what I'm saying? They're hustling out here, you know, they got jobs, they're doing their thing. I respect everything that black women are doing. I love it and I respect it. The college graduates, they got they bachelors or they masters or they PhDs or whatever the case is. And I respect that, you know what I'm saying? But when it comes to a relationship, they're very bossy, they're very angry, they're always mad, they're bipolar, you know what I'm saying? And the men are saying, and on top of that, some women are cheaters. They're starting to cheat. Not even starting, but they're cheaters. They're cheating. They're messing around with this guy and that guy or whatever the case is. Now don't do no tick for tack. For ladies, this is not the time for no tick for tack. Well, the men do that. No, it's time for you to accept the responsibilities, the things that you have been doing. So I don't want to hear no, but the guys do that. No. This is for you. I got a special gift for my ladies, okay? So for the ladies, you know, they got all these different type of, you know, the ladies come with all these different type of, you know, standards, and, you know, they got all these qualifications that the guy got to live by. He got to have this. And on top of that, they're also entitled. This is for black women. They also come off entitled. Like you have to do this. You know what I'm saying? Like a man has to take you out. He doesn't have, listen, for the ladies, and this go back to read my profile. For the ladies, guys don't have to take you out. You know what I'm saying? This is something that you've been brainwashed to think. This is something the media and social standards and your family has programmed you to think, that a guy has to take you out in order to get to know you, in order to be with you. That's not how guys think. That's not, if you ask a guy, oh, do you want to go, do you really, if guy had to sit and take a lie detector test and ask him, do you really want to go out on a date? The guy's going to say, hell no. A guy that won't go out on no date. No, the guy wants to just chill. If a female could just come over his house and he cooks something to eat or whatever the case is, they watch a movie and chill, that'll be listen, the guys know it. That'll be perfect. No guy wants to go out and watch you eat up all his money. You ordering all this fucking bullshit. No guy wants to deal with that. You know what I'm saying? And then at the end of the night, you're going to say good night and give you a hug, a bullshit hug, and just keep it going. Nah, no guy wants to do that. So, the white women, the Spanish women, the Asian women, and you know, all these type of women, you know, these different nationalities, they got like certain things or whatever that goes on in their community and different things like that. But the one thing I would say is that when it comes to black men, and so a lot of them be like, they don't like their kind of men, you know what I'm saying? And that could be the thing with black women. But I do hear a lot of black women saying that they love black men and they want to be with a black man or whatever the case is. But this goes back to what I said a couple of episodes ago. What are you doing to get a black man? You coming with your bad attitude, that's not going to do it no more, ladies. I'm telling you, black dudes is not having it. So you come and you wondering why you single, why you can't get a man or whatever. It's because of the attitude. And we keep talking about this week after week. And we got to pump this into you. And I know I got to keep pumping this into you because it's real. But this is what it is. I get bad, nasty rudeness at least once a day, 7 days a week from a black woman. You know what I'm saying? So, white women, Spanish women, Asian women, very nice. Communicate very well. White women have a little bit of an entitlement issue going on because they're white. You know what I mean? You got to deal with that. Spanish women could be a little bit like hot-headed or whatever. It's cool. If you cool or whatever, you know how to conversate, you could tone that down. But if you're a good guy and nothing's going on, you ain't even got to worry about that. Asian women, they just perfect, to be honest. They ain't got none of that type of stuff going on. They just cool as hell. But they know how, they love black men. And let me tell you something, they love black men. So there's a competition going on, ladies. You're losing your black men to, you know, different nationalities because they got everything that a black dude or any dude, they got everything. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times we always constantly looking at color or whatever. I had a conversation on here on my podcast a couple of weeks ago, and I was talking about the ladies not wanting to be with a white man or whatever the case is, and they don't even have a reason why they don't want to be with a white man. Listen, I know everything that we've went through, you know, and our ancestors has went through, and you know what I'm saying, we went through the civil rights movements, but this is actually one of the reasons why you had Dr. Martin Luther King and all these different type, Thurgood Marshall and all these different type of people to be able to fight for our rights or whatever, because they want us to be able to all be together. You know what I'm saying? This is what they fought for us to all be together as one. You know what I'm saying? With no fighting, with no discriminative type of situation, with no racism and all this other type of stuff. So now we go over here to the white, the Asian, and the Latin women, and they accept us and they love us and they treat us. The ladies, this is the thing. You always talk about, oh, you a queen and you looking for your king, but they actually treat black men like kings. This is a fact. They actually treat black men like kings. And then on the other side, you guys treat black men like peasants. Now, we're going to have conversations about black men and how they treat women and all this type of stuff. And I don't even get it twisted. I get on my black men about, you know, women. But this is a real thing that's going on. Ladies, for the black women, you are going to continue to lose black men until you change your ways. They're going to go the other way. They're already going the other way. You know what I'm saying? Now, if you can date a white man or a different other type of man or a Japanese man or Chinese man or Middle Eastern man or whatever, then maybe that's for you. You know what I'm saying? But black men, they're saying no more to black women. They can't deal with it. They cannot deal with it. They're angry. And then, you know, there's a stigma out there, angry black woman, but I'm going to be honest. That stigma ain't come from nowhere. Real talk. I don't know who made it up. Maybe black men made it up. I don't know. But that stigma did not come just out of the blue. They are angry for no reason. I don't even know why. I gotta be honest. This is one of the reasons why I want to get out of New York, because I've yet to really come across, like, I would say in the last year, I don't think I came across a black woman that was just nice and sweet. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I'm gonna be honest. I don't think I came across in the last year, I don't think I came across a black woman that just stepped to me and we was talking and she was just like nice and sweet and just generous and had a good behavior. No. I don't remember. Nope. Doesn't come to mind. You know what I'm saying? So for my sisters, I love you. I do appreciate you, but you got to do better. Now, if there's some type of illness or maybe a mental illness or whatever going on, then maybe you need to seek some type of mental attention or whatever. But you got to figure that whole, being angry, you got to figure out where the origin of that is coming from. And I asked this girl one time, she was saying that she was single or whatever the case, and I was asking her, like, what's the reason for you being single? And she said, oh, because I'm angry as fuck. And I was like, like, it made sense. I mean, she was a black woman, and she's like, I'm angry. She said, I'm mean as fuck. And I was like, I mean, she's a black woman. I mean, it makes sense. You know what I'm saying? So for the ladies, listen, I've talked to at least 10 dudes that said they don't want to be with a black woman no more. And I know you're probably like, well, forget them. We don't want to be. But this is not like, this is an occurring thing, a reoccurring thing that keeps going on and on and on. You know what I'm saying? So let's figure this out. You know what I'm saying? Because I know a lot of black women and they're like, I only want to be with a black man. But what are you doing to be with a black man? Like, what are you bringing to the table? Who are you? And I talk about this a lot. For the black women, who are you? Listen, I'm a black man and I love my sisters, but y'all, even for me, y'all give me a hard time. Oh my gosh. Y'all give me a hard time. You know what I'm saying? Even myself, I'm like, I love my sisters, but I've always been the type of person that I've always dated, all types, and it wasn't about, color for me. But I will say my sisters, out of all the nationalities that I've dated, the sisters gave me the most problems. You know what I'm saying? The most problems. Never had no problems really with any type of nationality, but the sisters gave me the most problems. So for the ladies, what are you doing to get a black man? You want a black man, you won't date a white man, you won't date a Middle Eastern man, you won't date an Asian man. What are you doing? What are you doing to get a black man? And your personality, you know what I'm saying? Your personality, the way you meet and greet, the way you talk or whatever the case like that. I had plenty of black women that just, first time I'm meeting them, they yelling and screaming, angry and all. So we want to work on that. For the sisters, listen, we need to work on our personality, our behavior. Why are you angry? Why are you upset? What is the issue? What's the problem? And maybe we could get down to the bottom of it. You know what I'm saying? All right. So listen, that is the JP show for today. I'm so apologetic that I had to break this show down into 2 pieces because somebody kept ringing my doorbell and I had to go open the door because I thought they was going to stop, but they just kept ringing. So I hate that I had to break the show down into two parts, but it is what it is. So, I just want to let everybody know, people know that, listen, I'm very appreciative of you guys watching the show. Please like, comment, subscribe. Thank you very much. We're going to keep moving. We're going to keep coming up with topics every week. I'm going to bring you a different topic. This is naturally a relationship show, but we're going to start branching out into all different type of things as well. You know what I'm saying? So thank you. And I'll see you on the next JP show. I holla. Love, guys. Peace.